Hey everybody, I'm Chris. Welcome to my channel. Today's video is all about the haul. We've got a big bag of products from Ulta here. There's also a couple of Sephora products, just some things I've collected over the last couple of weeks. There's also a couple of items that are received in PR that we're going to be testing out today. The House Labs by Lady Gaga Atomic Shake Lip Lacquer. I'm so stoked to try this. I've seen so many reviews lately and it seems magical. Also this iMethod Beauty He Blushed Cream Blush, among all of the other products inside the bag. So if you'd like to see what's inside the bag and how these first impressions work out for me, then don't go anywhere because we're getting into it right now. For today's video, we're gonna start with eyes. For eyeshadow palette, I got the REM Beauty Midnight Shadows eyeshadow palette. I've yet to try REM Beauty. Actually, I've yet to try anything from REM Beauty. I know this palette has been out for a little while at this point, but it's new to me. Maybe it'll be new to you too. And obviously, this is one of the items that was not a drugstore item. This is really nice packaging. It's really heavy, it feels really luxe. And here's the Midnight Snack color story. Can you see why I picked it? That's the main reason why I picked it, because that blue is gorgeous, but also it's got a couple of really nice neutral tones that I can just blend something simple out in the crease, throw in a shimmer, and call it a day. Naturally, I'm gonna pop off camera real quick, use my Gerard Cosmetics Clean Canvas Eye Base in the shade Medium, and prime my eyes. And don't forget, you can use code ChristopherJMUA to save 30% on any Gerard Cosmetics purchase, including Clean Canvas. The link is listed down below. Since I've got literally no clue how these shadows are gonna perform since I've never actually used this eyeshadow formula, I'm gonna keep it safe. I'm gonna go soft and really smoky, really blown out. At least that way I can test out how the shadows actually perform and if they're gonna blend or not, all the while still creating a super cute look. Hopefully, fingers crossed. So to start, let's take some of this mauve neutral color right here, and I'm just gonna put that all over the crease. I sort of want it to be like my base color, since it's the perfect mauve purple. I want it to be everywhere. Oh yeah. Even just the tiny bit I've put on, it's still the perfect mauve color. Okay, this formula is definitely one of those build it up slowly but surely sort of pigments, rather than just a pack it all on and get crazy pigment to begin with. Say this is probably my third or fourth dip into the pan, and it's still a very light version of what it is in the pan. But it is working, it's building up, it's doing what I need it to do, so no problems. No problem so far. That really is the perfect cool toned mauve. I mean, that's one of those mauve shades that are gonna work with just about anybody. Does it look like it's been 2 weeks since I've done my makeup? Because I sure feel like it looks like it's been 2 weeks since I've done my makeup. Okay, this is literal mauve perfection. It's the perfect cool toned mauve. Now we've got to deepen it a little bit, and I think I want to go in the direction, or at least the general direction, of sort of spotlighty kind of halo eye. So I'm gonna take this darker shade and this teeny tiny little bitty brush, and that darker shade is gonna go right on outer corner, then inner corner. That shade doesn't really seem to be wanting to blend into anything. It's just sort of sitting there. Can you guys kind of see what's happening with this shade? It goes on and it actually shows up at first, but the moment I start trying to blend anything, it just gets stuck. It doesn't want to go anywhere or blend or move. Still figuring out if that's a me thing or a this thing. I mean, yes, the whole idea of putting a single shade all over is to make every other shadow that goes on much softer and much less intense, but I still want a little bit of intensity, like I still want it to show up. I think we're starting to get somewhere at least. It's building now, and that's a good start. And now we're just gonna blend out that border with the same lighter shade I used a second ago. There are no shade names on the individual shades in this palette, so I don't really know what they're called, but the lighter shade is what I'm using. So what have you guys been up to this last couple of weeks while I've been MIA? For those of you that are subscribed to my channel and actually have your notifications turned on, and YouTube actually does notify you, you would have seen over this last few days that I had the grandbaby Madeline over, and oh my gosh, we had so much fun. She did my makeup, she got to use liquid eyeliner for the first time. Oh my gosh, that was so much fun. I think she did an amazing job. What do you guys think? She is Little Papa's artist. There's no doubt about that. I'm just really trying to build up this lighter color again, just to make sure that the dark color I added blends into the lighter color. As you can see right now, it definitely does not blend. There's a very hard edge, but I'm just gonna keep working it, keep blending, keep using my circular motions, and we'll get there eventually. Okay, gonna stop right here before the outer corner is completely foobar. And now just add a tiny little bit of the same shade to the inner corner. Boom, and we have the beginnings of a halo. See ya, halo. Something very odd to me about this palette is, I don't know, this is probably just a personal preference, but for me, why would you include a metallic black but not a matte black? I think I personally would rather have a matte black with all these other colors. That way, if I wanted to make a shimmer look black, like with this blue or the silver color, I could just add the matte black on top of that. It would still look metallic, but just mixed with a little bit of matte black. But what do you guys prefer? If you have a palette, would you rather have a metallic black with no other black or a matte black? Let me know. Is it just me that wants a matte black? Okay, I think I've gotten the dark part blended as much as I need it to be, but I'm noticing I'm getting a few patchy spots. If you can see right here, it's pretty obvious because it's not cleaned up. I feel like all of my looks every time are always trust the process. It just will not fill in with dark pigment, and I don't know why. I don't know what's happening. Every time I go back in and blend it out, the spot is still there, then I add more pigment on top of it, blend it again, and it's still there. I don't get it. But I'm thinking that by the time I go in and clean everything up, maybe I'm gonna be cutting that part off anyway. So for now, I'm going to just ignore it, and we're gonna move on to now using the lightest shade in the palette, this really pretty creamy, sort of off-white peach, what I wanna call it. It's a very natural creme. Actually, it does look like coffee creamer. But since this is the lightest shade and I'm going for this sort of halo spotlight effect, I'm gonna take the lightest shade, add it into the top of the crease, right in the center. Sort of where I left all of the other darker pigment absent from, and I'm just gonna work that back and forth and blend it. Wow, that's a really nice matte. For it to take over that darker shade and the mid-tone mauve shade, that's pretty impressive. I'm also gonna use the big giant fluffy brush I used in this middle shade, again in the lightest shade, but all I'm gonna do is just barely lightly tap into this creamy white and using the lightest pressure with my hand at the very end of the brush so I'm getting the least detail possible. I'm just gonna bring this white all the way around on the outer portions. So inner bridge of the nose all the way to the top of the brow bone. This is really just another one of those kinds of processes that helps soften everything up, make it look really, really blended. Now I know you guys know what time it is. I know you do, because it's shimmer time. And with the shimmers, I'm gonna start with using the blue shade because look at it. Just look at it. It's so gorgeous. Picks up on a flat brush. We're already looking good. Already. And moment of truth. I'm just gonna go ahead and apply it everywhere. I can work on lightening and shading afterward. Oh my God, look at the blue. Look at the blue. Oh. My heart. Wow, that took a lot of building, even to get to this level of pigment. So now that I know that that's how it works with a brush, let's go ahead and just try the ring finger, see if it'll look a little more intense, or at least apply faster, because that took a really long time. Oh, that's so pretty. It looks like velvet, or like suede or something. Okay, moving on. Now let's use the silvery shade. That's gonna go right on the center, and that part that I had where I put the eyeshadow base up higher in the center, that's where I'm going to mainly concentrate this at. So it can be the part that's very apparent. The reason why I wanted to put the blue down there first is so that when they mixed together, it would be a little more cohesive and be a silvery blue rather than just a straight silver. I feel like the blend works so much better. I think we're good on the silver now. This looks like such a mess. It looks like a wreck. It does not look great at all, but it's coming along. But now we get to use black, or black with silver pieces in it, whatever you want to call it. It looks very black though. And these are just gonna go on the outer corner of the lid and the inner corner of the lid to help with that transition between the crease shade and the blue. I'm just gonna keep packing until the blue blends into the black on that outer edge and turns into a different color. I'm gonna make a little bit of a V shape, just so it follows that whole halo shape or spotlight shape, whatever you wanna call it. Ooh, that black is powerful. Look at her. Okay, the drama is added. The black definitely did a good job of adding drama. And for my last trick, let's highlight this brow bone. I don't know what to pick though. You guys choose. Do we go with silver or the light peachy eggshell shade? Which brow bone do you pick? Don't worry, I'll wait. Go ahead, let me know in the comments. Silver or white? What's your choice? Silver, great idea. So glad we could agree on that. Now let's see if it'll actually work as a brow bone highlight or if it's gonna be too dark and just look like a dark gray brow bone. Ooh. Okay, so it's pretty, but is that too dark? Maybe it's not too dark. It sort of looks like it's too dark, but then again, when I turn and the light hits it just right and it looks like it's just reflecting silver, it looks amazing. I actually feel like it's really hard to see everything come together until it's all cleaned up and shaped nicely. So I'm gonna go ahead and pop off camera and do that really quick, and then we get to move on to face makeup. Isn't that just so satisfying? It goes from no ma'am, never again to yes please, where do I get that? That is so much better, so much better. Now we get to move on to face. The first face product I have is the NYX Plump Right Back with Avec Electrolytes Mix Primer. Does this just have a name? Plumping Serum Primer. And I got the primer as well as the setting spray that goes with it. With it being plumping, I was hoping that it's gonna help kind of smooth out some of my lines. It's gonna help smooth out some of my fine lines, wrinkles, maybe the scar between my forehead and my 11s from the angry face. You know the one. I'm hoping that'll help smooth some of those out. Skin instantly feels and looks plump. Use alone or with foundation. It's kind of cool they say you can use it alone. I mean, it is clear, so I guess it's not really gonna cause any problems. It's really slick. I mean, it's sliding down my hand pretty quick. I'm trying to really make sure that I focus on the areas that I feel like I need plumping the most, like the outside of my under eyes, like crow's feet area, the forehead for sure. I'm also gonna bring a little bit down onto the neck just to make sure I can kind of plump out some of these necklines. They never go away though. I don't think I could ever plump them completely gone, but that's okay. That's what Facetune is for. Let's move on to foundation. I've got IT Cosmetics CC Plus Nude Glow. I believe this is the newest IT Cosmetics foundation they came out with. We have tried the original CC Plus and the illuminating CC Plus. If I can find both of those videos, I'll make sure I link them in the description down below if you want to check those out and see the actual initial review so we can kind of compare and contrast the differences and similarities between the two. I've got the shade Light Medium. This is SPF 40 and it says it's a color correcting medium coverage skin tint plus brightening glow serum. It says this is medium coverage. I don't know if it's a buildable medium coverage or if it's just gonna be medium right out of the tube. So we're just gonna go ahead and take probably 2 pumps to start with. Looks like light medium is actually a good match for me. Hey, we got the color right. Mostly. Oh, I can see the nude part of Nude Glow on the nose as it starts kind of thinning out, melting in a little bit. It looks really natural. At the moment, I am looking a little extra wet, a little more dewy than I would personally choose on the daily. We got the coverage, now let's get some color. Again, this is iMethod Beauty He Blushed. Comes in this cute little tin with Benjamin Franklin? Is that Benjamin? I don't know who that is. No, that's not Benjamin Franklin. But I don't know who that is. He's got a big head though, or a big wig. And inside, we've got this multi-usage makeup stick. Natural looking rocks all over face blush color. We've got the color on one side. It says it is 03 Spicy Girl Matte Rose Nude. And on the other side, oh, a blending brush. That's nice. I'm probably not gonna be using that blending brush today since I've got my own Lunar Beauty blending brush right here. There's also a little insert inside the tin. We've got tips and tricks, and it looks like it shows all 4 shades of their blushes. This is pretty cool. It shows that it can be used on cheeks, eyes, and lips. It's also got how you can use it on bare skin or over medium to full coverage makeup. And there's also tips on blush placement for your face shape. This is awesome. I don't know how many requests I get on tips and tricks for blush placement, and for them to include something in the packaging already, that's a huge help for tons of people who don't quite have the right idea for their face shape on placement of blush. I've learned my lesson with sliding stick cream products across my face over my foundation. I don't want to rip up my foundation, so we're just gonna take some on the back of my hand. My God, that is pigmented. The color is very pretty. It works with this eyeshadow color very well. It's very contrasting, if you will. Kind of makes the blue pop a little bit more. I think that was just about the easiest blush application I've ever had. Went so fast, I don't know what to do with my life anymore. Just kidding. Yes, I do. It's the e.l.f. Putty Bronzer. I've been wanting to try any of the e.l.f. Putty products. Well, aside from the primer, of course. I've definitely tried the primer. It is one of my favorites, the pore filling one. And if my experience with the primer speaks at all to what this Putty Bronzer is gonna look like, it's gonna be amazing. Don't you just love a freshly opened pot of cream? Because I know I do. That looks so satisfying. Now, let's destroy it. Not as satisfying now, is it? Made a mess of my brush. Let's see how bronzy we can get. A+ on color already. Look at that. That is the perfect mix of warmth and cool. It's not way too warm and giving me that orange gross cast, but it's also not way too cool looking like a contour. It looks like just a natural looking bronzer. And I really don't understand why that's so hard to do for so many brands. Now we're blushed and bronzed, but wait, there's more. We have another bronzer to use. This one is the Fenty Beauty Toasted Swirl Bronze Shimmer Powder. I'm just gonna add this right on top of the bronzer I just put on, but first I need to go off camera and set the rest of my face. Because if I put that powder directly on this creamy, wet bronzer, it's gonna stick like glue and make a bunch of patches. And I'm not ready for that life. So give me just a second to go off camera, get everything set, and I'll be right back. Everything set and locked in. This Fenty bronzer is called Chocolate Swiller? S-W-I-L-L-E-R? I don't know what that word means. And this is Toasted Swirl Bronze Shimmer Powder. Usually, I'm not a shimmery bronzer kind of guy. I'm not a shimmery complexion product kind of guy, because I got lots of pores. Lots of big dude pores. And man, when I use something shiny, they sure do come out. But this one, just look. I mean, oh. And wait, there's more. Isn't it so pretty? So at least we know beforehand this probably isn't gonna look good on me. It's probably gonna emphasize a lot of texture and just not look great. Wow. All I did was swirl this once and that's how much picked up. No! Oh my gosh! It's like a highlighter! Why can't it be just a luminous bronzer? Why does it have to be a highlighter that's a bronzer? Whatever, I started already. I put some on, so let's just go there. You know, we're just really gonna go there all the way. I think that I can say with complete confidence that I just found a luminous bronzer that I actually enjoy. I can't decide if I've got a love-hate or a hate-hate relationship with it, but the dimension it added is very, very pretty. I love it from this angle. I just don't know how I feel about these angles yet. Since we've got so much of the face done, we need to really frame everything off and make sure that we bring it all together. For that, we're using the Morphe Supreme Brow Kit. This one is in the shade Cold Brew. It's a medium neutral brown, I'm pretty sure. And this comes with a brand new launch from Morphe, the Clear Brow Gel. And I think for today's look, I'm just gonna use the pencil and the clear wax. And of course, the little spoolie brush thing, whatever you want to call it. We're just gonna spoolie these babies up real quick, make sure all the hair is upward, at least a little bit. Now, normally I like to start with the arch of my brow and get the tail nice and shaped. With this pencil, since it's brand new and super flat at the moment, I'm gonna go ahead and use that flat edge to my advantage and just create the hair stroke shapes. Okay, base structure of the front is done. Now let's just make our nice clean line all the way around. And I like to stop about right here with filling everything in. Then I just take the spoolie and blend from the middle section and pull it forward to the front. Okay, I did this brow to kind of test it out, see if I could get it. And this stuff is actually really easy to work with. I just put some on the front and the end of the brushes or bristles, and I'm just gonna make sure that I apply it, kind of get it covered everywhere. I'm not really worried about blending anything or anything like that. Just pushing it onto the hair, really getting it nice and mixed in. Okay, I think we're good and mixed. And then just pull the hairs upward. Now we're getting into all of the final touches. I did go ahead and curl my lashes so that we can go in with the Essence I Heart Extreme Volume Mascara Waterproof. I think this is a new launch from Essence. I'm not 100% sure. My old boss at Ulta actually recommended it because she thought it was new. So hopefully it is. If it's not, I'm sorry, it's new to me. P.S. I found the eyeshadow palette shade names. It's on the side of the palette. I don't understand why it's not on the palette anywhere, but at least it's on the box. So in order from this way to this way, it's eggnog, whipped cream, sachet sorbet, blueberry, plumbledore, and cheeky hijiki. Plumbledore. That one is really cute, like plum. but Dumbledore, Plumbledore, really? You had to go there just for me, didn't you? We've also got some lashes for today's look, and they are the Juvia's Place Nubian Lash. These are the sets from the Natural Volume collection. They have 3 different versions: a lightweight lash, a medium lash, and a really heavy lash. And these are right in the middle. I thought they'd be the perfect fit for my eye shape. I just want to show you what they look like first, because as soon as I get this mascara on, I'm gonna have to be ready with those lashes. I mean, like that. Moment of truth, Essence. You better bring it. Because I'm actually really happy with this look. And I hope nothing that I do to finish it off will destroy it. This wand is huge. Oh no, what have I done? That is the biggest mascara bloop I think I've ever made on my face. Wow, these are super fluttery and really fluffy. I love these lashes. What was this style again? Oh no, it's Day Glam. That's the name of it. Okay, the Day Glam lashes are beautiful. Oh, they just look like naturally fluffy lashes. Okay, lashes are done, finally. I got them done. By the way, for the lower lash line, all I did, it was super simple. I just took the light pinky shade. Oh, we know the names now. I took the shade Sachet Sorbet Everywhere. That was that one. And then on the outer and inner corner, I took Plumbledore again. I don't know why that shade makes my heart so happy. And then I took a little bit of the Whipped Cream Silvery shade and just popped that right on the center on the lower lash, just to really bring the halo / spotlight effect from the upper eye to the lower eye as well. Now let's lock all this in with some setting spray. Hopefully this will plump my skin up, make all my lines go away. It's so much liquid. Whew. Why is it so cold? Okay, I think I should stop. Ooh, that was very refreshing, and the little bit of tiredness that I was feeling, I no longer feel because that was so cold. It's like I just took a cold shower. Now for the piece de resistance, the Haus Labs Atomic Shake Lip Lacquer. I've seen so many people use this and it is magical every time I see someone use it. And they sent over the shade Red Coral Shine. Look at how bright and beautiful that is. I hope it pairs well with the blue and silver going on. It says on the package that this needs to be shaken, so we're gonna shake it up. There is a little metal piece inside of it. I can hear it clicking now, but when I first started shaking it, I couldn't hear anything moving inside. So that lets me know that this formula does get very thick and sticky inside of it. So for sure shake it up before you go to apply it. Okay, we are shaken, not stirred. Now let's apply. That is bright. Very, very bright. I'm scared. Ooh. That color is really, really pretty. Nice. We get a clean line with the applicator it comes with. A+ in my book. Typically I have to use a brush to smooth out my lip lines. This is so strange. It goes on feeling just like a gloss, but as it's starting to dry down, I can feel it kind of tugging as I'm trying to put more product on top of it. It's really interesting. I've never really felt anything like this. And now we just wait until it's dry. But honestly, even if this didn't do anything else, even if it wasn't transfer proof, this lip is beautiful. It looks like a fully saturated glossy lip and I love it. At this point, I don't know if this is dry because it's so glossy, so I can't really tell. So we're just gonna do a transfer test and see if it's dry. Nothing. Literally nothing. Oh man. She is about to have her hands tied behind her back and thrown into the river to see if she floats, because this is witchcraft. If you guys know me, you know I love a glossy lip, period. And to have a glossy lip that's not going to transfer? What? Gaga, we need more shades, sweetie. Okay, we need like, I don't know, 30 more shades. So now that everything is on and done, what do you guys think of the look? I think it came out pretty good. I was pleasantly surprised with the REM Beauty, R-E-M Beauty, however you want to say it, palette. I really didn't know what to expect. I assumed it was going to be a softer palette strictly because of the kind of brand marketing. It just seems very glitzy, subtle, sparkle. You know the vibe. You know the vibe. So I didn't know if I'd be able to get drama, but we got drama. For sure. I actually don't think I disliked anything I used. Everything worked together well. Everything worked alone well. I can say 150% I will never wear this without setting it, ever, because that glow was very intense. Now, if you have like really dry skin, this might be something you would be interested in because it does give you that really glass skin finish. I mean, you look wet, okay? You look wet. So that's something you like or something you're looking for, this will give you that if you don't set it. But if you set it, it'll look like this instead. It looks like a soft, satin, natural finish. That I like. I can get down with that. I'm definitely gonna have to order more of the iMethod Beauty blushes because that blush was really pretty. By the way, in case I didn't tell you guys, both the iMethod Beauty and the Haus Labs were PR. Everything else was purchased. Just so you're aware of what's been sent to me and what has not been sent to me. Also, thank you so much to iMethod Beauty and Haus Labs for sending over a couple of products to be able to feature in today's video. It was fun to be able to put it all together and make just a full face of gorgeous makeup. If you enjoyed this video and you'd like to see more videos like them, don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell right beside subscribe so that you'll be notified every time I upload a new video. If you had fun with me today, don't forget to hit that thumbs up button down below just to let me know that you did. Also, if you like this look and you want to see more looks like them, you can follow me on Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, and TikTok. My username is the same for everything. It's just ChristopherJMUA, so it's really easy to remember. And if you gained nothing out of this video, if you gain nothing out of any of my videos, then please at least gain this, and that is to always remember and never forget that you are absolutely beautiful, no matter what anybody tells you any time of day. And I love you guys so much. Bye!